Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining in. This is the Morning Motivation. These are the entrepreneurs from across the world that come in here each day to bring tips and tricks of how they have been able to build their empires and how it all started. They started with here first. They started within here first. So once you start understanding you a little bit better and start rewiring the things that we have already been through within our life, and then once you understand that you had so much fun as a child, and then it just got suppressed and left when you jumped into the reality of the world, and when they put you into the school systems, and then they put you out in the world of working, and then now you're out there, and then you're not living your life anymore, your dreams. Now you're having to chase the monetary funds just to have the things that you want that makes you happy. Well, we have found different ways of being able to make ourselves happy every day. We got up and we were able to get up and tell ourselves we love us first. We quit worrying about all the other thoughts and what everybody else's opinion of what we should be doing or not doing in our life. We got up and started focusing on what we should do and what makes us happy first. And then once our cup fills up, we're able to move ourselves out there into the world and know that we have the strength within us to stop the vibrations and the energies from others. But yet we are still networkers. Yet we are still people who need to commingle and create with each other, because we can talk our ideas over and over in our head, and then all of a sudden we can have another thought over here that's saying no, you can't. So when you keep continuously having these thoughts and these cycles of things, you're just running your like a dog chasing his tail. You're going in circles, not going anywhere. But yet when you commingle with people like in here, and you commingle and go and do little masterminds that we talk about, and when you go to those, then what are you doing? You're co-creating together and putting energies together. You're putting vibrations together. You're putting thought processes together, all for one idea that comes up, but yet might spark a something different. With me and JJ, let's say we're talking one morning, we have some ideas going on, and then I say something that he haven't really put it into that perspective, and then it might spark an idea that he runs with. So it's things like that when you get into a big group, and then you're all talking and you're all like-minded and you're all like going in the same direction of life because you want the happiness within you. You want to learn how to do something different within your life and move yourself into a different realm. Then that's when you get together and you fellowship and you're collaborating and you're throwing ideas and thoughts out there. And then guess what? Those thoughts all start coming together and they start molding together. And then that's how you see the things that we're doing here today, every day. We are all commingling together, supporting each other in everything that we do. Wanting every individual in life to be at the level that they want. Why? Because we want you to bring your best version to the table. We don't want anyone to sit there with their hands out anymore. We want everybody to understand that there is a way that you can do whatever you truly want to do in life, and you have to get up and you have to make it happen. We can dream and talk about it all day long, but yet if we don't put a little bit of action to it, then it's not going to move us up that stair, because there's a stairway to what you're wanting. The first step is the only one that you need to take. You may not be able to see them all. It's okay. I don't know what's coming tomorrow, but guess what I'm living for today when I wake up? Today, because today is the day I woke up on. I didn't wake up tomorrow, and I didn't wake up yesterday. I did wake up yesterday, but I lived yesterday, and I'm not going back to yesterday, okay? I was there. I done it. I had fun. I was able to support, love, and give my energy out to the world. So what did I do today? I'm here today. Got home around midnight, 1 o'clock. I went and was able to shoot a lot of video and content for a good team member. I did it because I love him and I support his mission. I support everything that he's doing within this world. He is shifting people's lives, their paradigm and their thought processes. Same thing that we do in here. We're going to shift your thought process on the way that you're thinking of you first, on the way you give you the love first. A lot of people say you're selfish. Yes, I am, but it's really not. I make sure that I am giving myself the love that's needed first. Because there's many days that the world of reality out there can stress us out, give us anxiety, depression, and we don't want to be around anybody. So what do you need to do? Sometimes you need to reconnect. And I'm not talking with people. Reconnect with you. Go sit down on a park bench somewhere and not even talk to a soul. Go watch all the pigeons fly around. Go sit by a beach, by a lake, something, a river, whatever. I don't care. Go somewhere and reconnect you. Once you get yourself reconnected within this world and this life and this energy, then you will be able to bring your energy out. The world will be able to feel you, and everywhere you're going and everything that you're doing. They will feel your vibrations, your aura. They will be able to see your colors because we all run on frequencies. Everything is run on frequencies. Your thoughts, before they even come, And then you think it. Now, guess what? That's a frequency that you just put inside that computer that you have up here. And now it's up sitting over here in the corner going, whoo, I like that idea. That sounds like fun. Let's go do it. Woo. Now, guess what? It put all that energy into your body. And now your body is now in motion to go over there and do what you were wanting to do. So get up every day. Know that you're bringing the energy to you first. Then you can bring it to the world. Number one, right? Number two, you're a networker. You're a communicator. You have a voice. We're the only creatures on this earth that have one. You have a feeling, you express it. You stub your toe. What are you doing? You're cussing as you're holding your foot, jumping across the bedroom, you know, the whole time. You're voicing the emotions of what you felt. Every day, the emotions that you feel from other people too can be felt. You feel them. I know when people are depressed. I know when people are going through different situations. And guess what? It's red right here on this thing right here. This face. You can see your emotions. You can see when you're pissed off. You can see when you're stressed out. You can see when you have a question on your face. You can see when you don't understand what somebody just told you because somebody's sitting there with a deer in the headlight look going, huh? I really don't understand what he's talking about on frequencies. And a lot of people don't. But that's okay. I just want you to know that we are all vibrations. We all have different energies and thought processes. But just know we all came here to create together. We would not all be on the screen this morning if there wasn't a creation that was made 16 months ago, you know, and there wouldn't be this wouldn't have been created if I wouldn't have stepped out in my realm of life to do something different 3 years ago. I wouldn't be where we're sitting at right now. And all these people, we are connected in some shape, form, or fashion because there's many people on here that Julio has brought in here. There's many people that JJ has brought in here. There's many people that Shannon has brought in here. Every single person is connected in some shape, form, or fashion. Look at the spider web that we have right here, guys. This networking that we can get our products and our services out there to the world. We can get in here and we can motivate each other each day because I'm not someone who breaks down anybody anymore. I did that, done that, and I had been done to me. I don't want that feeling for anyone anymore. I don't want anybody to live in fear of somebody judgment. I don't want any woman to feel fear because some man gets all pissed off and he wants to lay hands on her. And any man who does that needs his ass whooped too. And I'll say it right here on TV today, you know, because no woman should be treated like that. No person should be able to live in fear ever. Everybody should be able to wake up each day and know that what they're doing is the best for them. If you are pissed off, then you go on down the road. You know, go get your stress released somewhere else and then come back when your mind is clear. And then you'll have a conversation. Every day, get up, and I want everybody to support each other, lift each other up, give good words to each other, and know that we are here as co-creators to make something bigger within this world. Because we could have a perfect world, if we would all just get on the same page. The same page is the law of attraction of love. And it starts with inside of you first. Once you put the love within here and you know that you are an awesome person. And yes, we've all been dealt a shitty hand in life. And oh, yes, we have, you know, poor, pitiful me. And oh, I can't have this because of this. And what is that? It's a bunch of excuses. Julio said it the other day. You have the same 24 hours as I do. He hustles 3 different jobs. Take care of his, what is he? Okay, hang on. I'm going to throw it out there. All right. How many people would have done what Julio done? They were going to bring in somebody to take care of his mom and nurse her and bring her food and take care of her and different stuff, the hospice type people, right? So what did he do? He has a job, yes. So he asked, he said, instead of them coming to take care of my mom, can I go through the courses and take care of her myself? Yes. And that's what he does. He works his job. He does his, you know, takes care of the other part that he needs for his mom as well. And then he has his online organization, his empire he's building. So he has 3 things that he's doing right there to hustle, to make himself, to get him to a next level of life where he wants to be. Is he complaining about it? No. Did he have to work an entire year to get his financials straight before he could do something different? Yes. But he got in here and he hustled every day and he knew that he had a stairway to go to. And he contacted me. And let's talk. And we talked and we did this and he went and implemented and he talked and we did some more. He implemented. So what did he do? He took action each time he implemented. Just like each face that you've seen in here, there is a story that's going behind of where they was to where they're at now. Same thing with me. I was in situations in my life. I was in depressions. I was in anxiety. I was an alcoholic. I didn't want to be here. Had suicidal tendencies. I've had all that. But guess what? I worked myself out of it to make sure that I'm now going to be an inspirer, to bring people up to know that you can do more within life, and that you can put yourself and your vibrations, your thought processes, your physical body, your mental, your spiritual, everything all in alignment. Once you get in alignment and you get in a better understanding, you are in tune. Once you're in tune with your frequencies and the understanding of what you want and the places you want to go, then guess what? It opens up a whole new world to you. Why? Because we have never experienced it. There's many people in here just now getting awakened to the word "I love you" to themselves. Many people throw it out there left and right like, oh, it's just willy-nilly. They truly don't understand what it means. That meaning that you're giving to yourself, the "I love you," the energy that you're giving to yourself when you say that in the mirror multiple times. And then before you know it, you might be crying to yourself because you truly never heard it in your life. Your family, what may have not been a family that was said that. They didn't show the emotions of love. They didn't go and give the hugs. My family's a hugger. I don't care if you meet me, you're going to get a hug because that's the way we are. And when you walk away, I'm going to tell you, I love you and have a good day. Blessings to you. Why? Because I'm giving good energies to you, good vibrations, because we're supporters, we're networkers. And I want everybody to have that same energy. I want everybody to know that they can level up in life. You can get on your frequency that you're wanting for those dreams that you're wanting. You just have to get yourself in alignment first. Get the focus that you're wanting and get the direction where you're wanting your life to go, and then start jotting it down. Quit living willy-nilly and say, hey, what's going to happen today? Hey, I don't know. Let's see what rolling. Reminds me of the three crows that's sitting on that high line. What you want to do today? I don't know. What you want to do today? I don't know. Don't live your life like that. And don't live your life worrying, or how'd you put it? Thinking that the lottery or the scratch-off tickets is going to be your retirement. Because it is a proven statistic. Those that have lack of money and then they get that kind of money, they don't know how to handle it. And then guess what? Within the 5-year period, they're back in the same situation they were in because you're not ready for it. You have to get yourself in alignment and get yourself ready for the bigger picture that's coming. You have to get yourself in your mindset in alignment with say, you know what? I can handle it because I have understood it. I have worked my butt off for it and I know where it's going and I know what I need to do with it. And now I know how I can bring in more without me working. It's called residual income. Not something they teach you in the 40-40-40, because you are building their empire and that's where they want you to go. I'm not building the 40-40-40 anymore. I'm building my 100%. I'm building my empire to the next level. And it all started within me getting in check with what I had going on within my life. Whew. It's a good day to have a good day. I love the energy. I love the vibration. I love the love, the support that we're getting right here this morning. Everybody that's coming in, being recorded, knowing that we're going out to the world, and everything that you're fixing to hear from everyone else in here. It's going to change your life. Just pay attention. Open. Receive. Go ahead, Brother Julio.
That's some good energy right there, Thomas. I'm loving that, to be honest with you. With yesterday evening and everything that was communicated to the forefront, man, it's I definitely woke up charged myself, and I had to not that I don't already, not that I'm not already in my brain and in my mind mapping out my own life, and constantly in motion on that. But it made me bring something to the forefront that I don't expect anybody to answer me or answer Thomas on here this morning, with my question, but I want you to ask yourself that question. I want you to examine yourself throughout the day today, whether you're in your place of business, whether you're working, whether you're at home, regardless of what you're doing today as an individual, you're watching this, on YouTube, or you're catching this, live streaming from somebody, or you're on here, what kind of leader are you? What kind of leadership skills do you have? I was listening to something this morning, and it kind of tied into last night and just the wave that we're on, in our character. Something we spoken about it quite often, Thomas, is being on guard of your own mind. standing guard of your own mind, your own thought process, your own emotions, you know, standing guard to those things that get you going in a positive way or in a negative way, because obviously you don't want somebody to be able to rub you in the wrong way, where you lose control of your emotions, you lose control of your thoughts, you lose control of that moment, you know, that moment when you're, you know, feeling hyped up or excited, or somebody presses your button, or whatever the case is. You know, what kind of leader are you? What example are you setting? You know, I think about leadership in our community, Thomas. You know, I thank you. I thank you. And you're not praising yourself this morning, but I will give you some praise. I will give you a pat on the back. You know, thank you for your leadership skills. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for the ways that you lead us day in and day out here in the morning. You know, it is up to the individual, and you speak on this quite often. It is up to us to set the tone for our day. It is up to us to live life intentionally. It is up to us. It has nothing to do with our morning show. It has nothing to do with Global Affiliate Zone. It has nothing to do with the water. It has nothing to do with any of this. It has to do with you as an individual. It has to do with your character, with your morale, with your thought process, with your thinking, how you function on your day to day. You know, what's going to get you going? So if you're not standing on guard of your mind, of your situation, your circumstances, then exactly you're doing what Thomas just stated just a few months ago, moments ago. You're kind of living life willy-nilly. Okay, what's today gonna, you know, consist of? Whatever comes my way. Do you want to live life with the whatever comes my way mentality? Because before you know it, I'm 36, guys, about to be 37. You know, but before you know it, and I've been around so many uh, wiser people than me, let's put it that way, since I was a teenager. God has always had me around older men and older women pouring themselves out and teaching me. So I'm humbled in that, because I've always been, for the most part, I've been placed in good circles. I've been placed in you know, in areas where I was able to retain a lot and gain a lot of information without having to go through so much struggle, so much frustration, so much. You know, people tell me all the time, Julio, you got an old soul, you know, but that's because of the circles that I've been around, you know. But if you're not standing on guard for your own mind, your own thinking, your own thought process, you know, living life in intent, with intent, day in, day out, being consistent, you know, in how you lead and how never mind you leading your family, never, no, that's the responsibility. Never mind you leading your spouse, never mind you leading anybody else, but leading yourself. You know, I speak about that because we have great leadership. I feel like that's why I gave Thomas kudos just now. But outside of that, in our community, I feel like we have great leadership, you know, in spearheading new things and executing what we currently got going at that, and continuing to grow past that point. So taking that concept and applying it to myself, my own life, my own personal business, my own personal relationships, and I'm hoping that you guys are breaking this down for yourselves. I'm referencing myself because it's me. I'm speaking from my life, you know, but I want you to take this and apply this to your own. How are you leading by example with what comes out of your mouth on a day-to-day basis? How are you leading by example, by your actions, by the things that you do, the habits that you practice, the things that you're instilling in yourself, that intent, exactly what we've been speaking about constantly, you know, a lot more often is intent. How are you being intentional on your day-to-day to set yourself up to make progress? You know, I was writing something, Thomas. You know, you tell us all the time, hey, you got a voice recorder in your phone. So I was doing little voice notes all the way to work. And I wrote something, you know, this morning. I'm not quite ready to share it with you all, but I will share it. It'll probably be shared tomorrow once I finish it up. You know, but it's poetry. It's spoken word. So that we call it in Chicago, we call it spoken word. I don't know if they call it across the globe, but it's basically it's spoken word, but it's in poetry format, writing, but it's stuff to make you think. It's stuff to make you analyze. It's stuff that literally broken down where you go, I've never looked at it like that before, or I've never, I think about this concept all the time, but I've never thought it in that analogy. I never thought about it from there. I have that frame of mind or using that example, and it really puts things in perspective. So I was looking at it, going over it, broken down, and I was kind of shocked about myself. But Thomas, I told you about this. Sometimes when I write stuff, I'm just like, that came out of me. Wow, you know. But it just shows. I use that just now as an example because it just shows when you're putting intent behind the things that you do, and you're standing guard of what comes in and what comes out, you know, and you're being a leader in your everyday actions, in your attitude, you know, in how you approach people, in loving on individuals, and learning what it is to love on yourself, you know, in recognizing that you do matter, that you do have a voice, that you do have purpose. There's a reason why you beat out. It's not 4 million, Thomas. It's 40 million other sperm cells. So we're lowering the numbers, you know, on the count in itself. You know, so you beat out 40 million other sperm cells to be here today, guys. For that, you deserve a clap. For that, you deserve a pat on the back. Like, dang, you're a go-getter. You were a go-getter already from the point of conception. You know, the notification, sorry. You were already a go-getter from the point of conception, guys. You know, look at your life like that. There's a reason and a purpose behind why you're here this morning. There's a reason and a purpose why you're hearing my voice. You know, that means you were meant to do something. You were meant to accomplish something. You weren't meant to just go about life, what Thomas was talking about, kind of willy-nilly. I'm just going to go and I'm going to, you know, play it by ear. There's no intent in that. There's really not. You're not standing on guard. You're not setting yourself up for success. You're not being consistent. You're not establishing anything. Go ahead, Thomas.
You know, we get up every day and we live our life. And there's many days that you may cross somebody's path. You may give a good word. You may do a kind gesture like JJ does all the time, calling them kiddos or opening the doors for them. It's that little thing that you did right there that day that may have shifted that person's entire life to do something different or greater in their life. And with that kindness and that love that you just showed right there, without even knowing them, shifted their life to do something greater. And guess what? You may have fulfilled your entire purpose of this life just by doing that one kind act. You may have come on this earth when you jump back in with those other 40 million. And it may have just been for that one kind act that you did. It might be for one more motivation that we do in here in the mornings, that one story goes out and touches somebody's lives that levels them up to something different or greater within life, a different mindset and a different perspective. And every day I keep coming in here saying that same thing. All it's going to take is one video and touches one person, and I'm happy. So if it touches thousands of lives or millions of lives along the way, I'm even happier. And I didn't even know that I am fulfilling somebody else's life by a few words of kindness that we give out. One random act of kindness. One can shift the whole paradigm of this entire world that we live in each day. So go out there with happiness within your life each day, guys, with the energy, the love. And then just, you don't know what you're truly doing that day. That's okay. It might be that one act that shifts the entire paradigm of your life as well, because it could be you are the one that's looking for those kind words. And it could be you that's looking for a new perspective and getting it with why you're in here, or by passing somebody out there that gives you something different. You might be going through something and struggling right now, but that's okay. We want to let you know it's going to be okay. Tomorrow is not given, but you have today to know that you love you and you can make the best of today and what you want it to be.
To piggyback off of that idea, Thomas, to show you all that there's plenty of truth in what Thomas just said. Um, I've been one who
Your volume is low.
I've been one who've worn so many different hats. You know, I've had a lot of different jobs since I've been working since I was 14 years old, guys. So I've had a lot of different jobs. I went to my school counselor and got a job permit in order to get my first job. You know, as a minor, still working. I was only able to work a certain amount of hours or whatever. But I've looked at all the positions that I've had up until the last year, more or less, of my life. And I've wondered why I was placed in these positions, why I had those jobs, why I was put in leadership, or why I was demoted in this position, or why I was meant to work under this demographic of people, or put into this position of being a social worker, or spent time in ministry, being in church, being with a bunch of young people, or spent time in a separate ministry, being around a bunch of older people, or whatever. I've wondered why everything lined up the way that it did in order to get me to where I'm at. I don't know. I no longer wonder, guys. I see it all and how it all played. I told Thomas the other day, I felt as if my life was a big puzzle and all the puzzle pieces are coming together. And now I'm like, oh, this puzzle piece went here and that puzzle piece went there. And I've always wondered internally, like, why am I in this job still? Why am I doing this? Why did I transition to that? I don't wonder that anymore. Now I see why everything aligned up the way it did. I see why things went the way that they did. I see why I had that job. I see why I had to go through this season. Everything, every little thing in alignment, and I'm in awe by just reflecting upon that. It just proves what Thomas is, saying to be true, man. When you live a life of intent, and you might be discovering, you might wander around, you might, and I'm not saying to live life in the willy, but I'm just saying you might not know what today is going to have in store for you. But if you're ready for it, then it doesn't matter what comes your way because you're going to be ready. That's the reality. But I look back and I go, I'm in awe because I've always wondered that for many years, and now I don't wonder that anymore. Now I see it. I see it in plain sight. And I say that with joy because I feel like I've discovered my purpose in that. I've discovered my belonging in that. And it's only the tip of the iceberg on the potential what that's going to bring out for me. And I don't say that boastfully to you, but it's up to you to figure out all of that as an individual for yourself. It might not be in our community, it might not be doing this or doing that, but there's great ideas in you. There's some awesome concepts that the world has yet to even explore, that are locked in your brain, that are locked in your mind, that are still stuck in you. And until you take the time to dig down deep within yourself and discover them, then that'll never be brought to the forefront. You'll never discover why you had all those jobs or why you were put in these positions or, based off of your personal experience. It's up to you. This is why we say, make this day count. This is why we say, hey, live life intentionally, because you never know where it's going to lead you. That, my friend, is up to you. We can't do this for you. Heavy lifting is up for you. It's up to you to do. Love you guys, man.
Love it. Appreciate it. Fire every day, man. That's what it's all about. Passion. What are you bringing of your passion to the table? And to go meet with Mr. Sam last night to see his passion and his energy of what he's doing, that's what we're doing. We're supporting each other. We're supporting each other in here this morning. We're giving love in here this morning. Why? Because we are networkers across the world, and it is the support that we give out because we live in a social media world. And within that social media realm, if you don't give back love, you won't get love. So that's simple as that. So every day we give the comments, we give the love, the likes, the hearts, the videos that go out. Y'all see them all over the place of different things that we're doing because we're showing people. I'm 46 years of age. I shifted my life at 43. 17 to 75. It does not matter. You want something different? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How do you want to see your life? What do you see yourself next year? Where do you see yourself in 3 years or 5 years? We ask people all the time, what do you truly want to do? Where do you truly want to be in 5 years? Because when you get my age, you're looking for that retirement side. Do I have the money put up? Where am I going to go? Where do I truly want to rest my head for those days? Or me, I got gypsy blood. So I'm looking at RV, heck with a stationary place, so that way I can bounce wherever I want to. Stay here for a while, go over to Chicago for a while, go hang in New York for a little while, go back over to California. Who knows? May drive it all the way to Alaska. And, I don't see myself doing that. It's too cold. I don't like cold. But anyway, guys, I'm going to open it up to the floor. Y'all felt our energy this morning. You felt our love this morning. You see what we're all about networking and supporting each other. I want to open up to the table. Is there anyone in here that has something that they want to bring out, a message of a story or something that they have shifted their life and their paradigm by a few little words that they have gotten from us? Just raise your hand. I'll bring you out. Go ahead, JJ.
So I got to tell you guys an interesting story that happened on this little journey that I just took. I did about, I don't know, I think about 1,200, 1,400 miles of driving in 2 days, going down there and getting Holly moved. And I've been trying to learn how to meditate because of this place. I never even thought about meditation until I started coming in here. And I've been trying to do it, trying to learn how to do it. And I had an opportunity where I was waiting for Holly to do some stuff and get some things put together that only she could do. I couldn't help with it. And so I decided to go relax and try to do a little bit of meditating. And I had the most interesting experience. I literally saw myself on the road driving home and getting in an accident. And I was so deep into this meditation that it was so real. It seemed so crazy. I woke up right before the accident happened. Like the accident was, it's like that when you're dreaming and you're falling and you're just before you hit the ground, you wake up. Well, like as this car was pulling right into me and smashing into me, I woke up. And I was like, whoa. And all of a sudden I was really, really scared about driving home. But obviously I got to drive home and I've got to do this anyway. And so what was interesting to me about it, you guys, and the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is that the whole way home, driving home, I was so focused on what vehicles were around me, what vehicles were coming up behind me, what vehicles were next to me, and that kind of stuff, because I could so vividly see this vehicle that was going to just do whatever they were doing and plow into me. And so I was just so much more focused on that long drive home that nothing happened. Obviously, I made it home safe. I'm here to live another day, and I still get to keep changing people's lives for the better. But that was such an interesting experience, and what I learned from it is that I was able to gain some focus that I think helped me get home safer, and just help me get home safe. And it was just such a weird experience, and I just thought that was worth sharing with people. I want to work harder on more meditation because of being in here and because of that experience. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that, you guys. I hope you're all having an awesome day. And
definitely, yes, meditation does help. Meditation has put me into a different realm of my life that I needed to be in, and to be able to understand and be able to get the better focus within life. So I'll tell a little hack right here real quick that I tell a lot of my clients, that in the morning time when you wake up, you're giving yourself the first intentions first. You're giving yourself I love yous, and you're brushing your teeth, and you're getting yourself ready and telling you that you're the awesomeness. So you've given your focus to there before you even went out into the world. So you're taking that energy right there, and while you're in there, you're going to take that energy and you're going to spread it out into your home. And then now everybody in your home will have that same energy that you're going to have as well. That same knowing that, hey, he is up, he's ready, he's loving, he is supporting, he is here to work and have an awesome day today. So now you're going to take that energy and that thought process, and you're going to move it out into your city, to where you're at, the places you're going to have to go today. And everybody's going to feel your vibrations and everything you're doing. And then you're going to move out into the world. And then you're going to say, world, I'm here today, and everybody knows my vision, and they see what I'm going to do and have that vibration and energy as well. And then guess what? You're going to move it one state further. You're going to go out into the universe, and you're going to bring that same energy there. So the universe knows that you're here ready for love. And then now when you walk out into that home to spend time with your family that morning, you're going to focus on who? Your family, your love, them right there. Then when you leave that home that day, you're going to close that door and you're going to get in your car. When you get in your car, you're going to do exactly like what JJ said. You're going to focus on the drive and the drive to work, and that's it. Not about the family, anything that happened within the home that morning, that it. You're getting in the car, you're focusing, you're driving to work. Now guess what? You close the door, car door at work, and now you're fixing to go into that jobby job. When you open that office door, then guess what? What is your focus going to be on? Your job, your skill, your task that you're hired to do, so you have good, clear focus to be able to give 100% on everything that you need to do that day, right? So when you leave that work that afternoon, when you close that office door, are you thinking about that office no more? No. You're getting in that car and you're focusing on that car drive home, and that's it. You're not worried about anything that happened at that office today, the people that you talk to, situations that happen. Now you're back in the car, you focus on that, you get home. When you close that car door and you're about to open up that door to go into that home, where's your focus going to be at? Back on your family, giving the love and the support and everything, that energy back there. You're not talking about the day. You're not talking about any crap that happened. All you're doing is talking love and support on what happened, them, and giving your focus to them. You're setting this down, unplugging from the world and giving them their focus and their energy. Now, quick little hack. Do that. Give focus on everything that you're doing. Give it 100% on what you're working on. If you're building an online business, guess what? When you sit down in front of that, you have a clear mind, you have a clear focus, you have a happy energy, and you're working on the content that you're doing on your business. Because if you sit down and you have the emotions of other stuff over here, are you giving your content the good focus it needs? No. When you're at work, if you're worried about everything and situations that's going on over there, and if you're not focusing on your stuff, are you giving your work the best it could be? No. So we want you to have that clear focus, to have that intentions on everything that you're working on. Just know that this can ring all day long. They can leave a message. Okay? That's why we have the message replies on there. The messenger, just because you don't get right back to them and you need to answer me now. Guess what? Yes, this world has been on I want it now mentality, but we're teaching people how to slow down a little bit and know that they can wait just a minute. Yes, because whatever I'm focusing on now is what I need to focus on. Woo, good energy once again. I love this stuff. Yes, we could do this all day. All right. I'm going to open up to the floor one more time. Brother Ryan, are you in here this morning?
Yes, sir.
All righty. You ready to read?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Let's roll with it.
All right. Once again, Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel. Humans are made for love. Before knowledge, it was easy to open our heart and to love, and we just walked away from whatever was not love. But with the voice of knowledge in our head, we walk away from love, and we go for what is not love. We always have a choice, and if we love ourselves, we choose love. We do not allow ourselves to be hurt by accepting other people's opinions or abuse. If other people abuse us, they're abusing us because we stay there, because we allow that to happen. And if we stay, it's because we believe that we deserve the abuse, and we are using them for self-punishment. If we don't have awareness, we blame, when the solution is not to blame. The solution is to step aside and not be there. So when things don't go right, go left.
That's
Much
it.
love, fam.
Much love on that one. He's going to put it over in the chats, guys. That's, the book that he's reading. Mr. Ryan gets in here. He's from Manitoba, Canada. And all the people that you see in here, this is all over the world. This is not my, how would you put it, blood family, but this is more family to me than my own family. These people right here have nourished me, supported me, loved me, and do things for me that they don't even understand that they're doing. Just by being here, just by showing up, just by coming and giving the support and the love and their words and their stories. That right there means more to me. That fills my cup every day, to be able to come in here and see these beautiful faces every day, to be able to hear the readings from Brother Ryan, to be able to hear Miss Shannon in a minute. She's going to give affirmations that she writes every morning. Me, I was quick and easy. I went to Google. I just, grabbed something off of Google and I just read it, when we first started this. But yet she come in here and brought something more. She brought her to the table when she sits down and writes those affirmations. So when she's doing that, she's bringing her to the table, her love to us. That right there fills my cup, to Brother Julio and his fire in the mornings, Brother JJ and those others that speak in here as well. When they bring their passions and their energies, and then it's felt, then you see the smiles, and then the comments go crazy over there on the side. And, so it's things that we get to see every day. Y'all are my soap operas. This is my journeys. I don't watch TV. Everybody, 7 billion people has this thing in their hands. Can't tell you how many stories and videos and contents that I get to watch every day of different stuff that's going on in people's lives. To watch Sean out there with his son playing baseball, getting to see his energy again with them two riding in that truck. knowing the situations that he's been in his life. Why? Because we have been connected. We connected and commingled and talked with each other. So I know what's going on, and I love and appreciate the brother all the way and everything that he's doing every day, because he's keeping his head above water and knowing that he is a better man in everything that he's doing. He's inspiring others still and keeping his uplifted energy every day. Why? Because he knows that there's a bigger picture out there and there is more to come. And the happiness that he can see, even though sometimes he doesn't want the it's just, he has the happiness and he has the energy. He's rolling with it even in his darkest times. And we love and support him in everything that he does. Go ahead, Sean.
No, it's funny because you were talking about abuse, domestic abuse earlier. I grew up seeing it. Not crazy, but just enough to make you kind of get, whoa, wait. I found myself in my second marriage thinking that it was going to be, I was going to apply everything from my first and really try and improve it and make it better. And it's weird because you're sitting there talking about why do you put up with it? And I'm sitting there in my mind. I went through 12 years. I mean, I've got scars from fingernails, cut under the neck. I was hospitalized due to a fingernail on my eye, all from my last wife. I stuck around with this perception in my head that as a man, if I can endure her storm, if I can weather that, then I can show her true love. And she can ultimately receive it. No, man, that sister made things worse and worse and worse until she boogied. And now I still try to love her from afar. And I don't get into the dailies with her. She's making things a miserable hell. My little kid says he feels captive. He feels held hostage by his mom. He's 12. And this brother's starting to articulate things that are just insane. And he wants to come home. He never wanted to leave. And the harder she digs in to get ugly, man, I just abscond myself from all that. And I just keep saying hi. I keep saying, give your mom my best, even though she's in the living room, or tell your mom hi. And she doesn't say nothing. And Sheldon will be like, Dad, Mom can hear you. And I'm like, good. She doesn't have to say hi back. I just wanted to tell her hi. And it just infuriates her. So it seems like the more I stay in my frame of mind of love, the more it's unseating her, it's unsettling her. And that's not the intention, but my whole objective is to not lower myself, because there were times where I'd out ugly the ugly. We couldn't pipe it down with kindness, so I'd bark it down and then it would stop. But then I was the bad guy. So I realized my role in that relationship and the dysfunctionality of that. You can't out ugly ugly. It just gets it uglier. So, I've learned a lot with all that gig, man. And it's just funny you were talking about that, because I didn't feel like, I thought I could take it. I thought I could handle it. But I look back now and I'm like, every time I hear some of this nature, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. Am I that guy? But I still didn't feel like I was stuck there. I just felt like I had to dig in more as the man to set that example, set that tone. And as she was pulling little tricks to get out of the relationship and trying to sabotage it, I wasn't aware of the intentionality there. I wasn't aware of her purposefully doing that. I just thought she was struggling. Well, I knew she was struggling, and she still was struggling, but the degree to which she didn't want to just buckle down, breathe, and just be loved and love. She didn't have any of that. So I keep her in my prayers. I keep the whole situation in my prayers, because there ain't nothing I can do but what I can do, and ask God to do the rest, But
So, the best part that you're doing is you've kept your head up. You've come in here. Yeah. You started keeping your vibrations on the correct plane. You started giving out the good energies, no matter what's going on. So that's what I was giving you kudos for, is to keep your
and I appreciate that. Yeah, I do. And I dig it. And I just had to tell you the degree to which, on a tentative level, what in the wide world of sports had been going on over there. But yeah, I'm stronger. I'm not letting other people get in my way, man. And again, this is a huge part of it. I've always been pretty focused, kind of been pretty independent and autonomous, but now I'm up here in the sticks and I ain't interacting with a lot of people in the face-to-face as I used to. So this has become a real good medium for that, and yeah, I just thank you. Anyway, yeah, thank you. You guys are beautiful. I love what you guys talk about. I see my man Julio eyeballing me like, all right, Wetzel, pipe down. We're done. No. Hey, cool. You guys are awesome. I just had to share that. And because of something you said earlier, I already queued up a little tune here that I want to play when the time is right as we wind this bad boy down.
All right, man.
Thomas, you muted yourself.
Oh, that mute. Oh, you didn't want to talk. I thought you were going to bring something else to the table. Yeah, I did. I pressed the wrong button. It's all good. All right, Brother Julio, you got anything else on that you want to bring up this morning?
Anything to add? It was just really good. I mean, that's Sean's personal experience based off of the situation. He related it to the topic. We're all chopping at this life, and we're just trying to make best what's due, how we're living, how we're growing, and how we're maturing. So it's up to the individual to really take the initiative in their life. None of us can do it for you. Sean's situation, he was trying to become a savior. We can't all do that. We're only in control and responsible for ourselves and no one else. We can help people. We can kind of lead them, down a path, down an aisle, but we can't make them do anything that they don't want to discover for themselves. They don't want to realize for themselves. So back to my original topic, it's up to you as an individual to lead the way. That's the reality right there. Everything in a nutshell. It's up to you to take the initiative, to live life on purpose, to be intentional, to make this day count. And when you wake up tomorrow, make that day count. And the day after that, and the day after that, the time is right now. It's not yesterday and it's not tomorrow. It's right now. So it's up to you to take the initiative for your own life, and live it to the fullest, live it on purpose, man. Be the leader that you want to see within everybody else. Be that. You be that person. You show us how it's done within you, So.
Dedication and action will show people more than anything else. Us getting here in the morning times when we started this, me and Julio and just 4 or 5 others, when we first started the morning motivation 16 months ago, it was just daily dedication. Here we are this year, we're challenging everyone 365 days to get up and tell yourself, I love you. Not a 30-day challenge, because this is your life that we're dealing with, or you're dealing with. This is you. Where do you want it to go? What do you want to be? What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? So every day, Miss Shannon, she's from New York area. Right now, she is over in Vegas. She gets in here every morning and she reads an affirmation to us that, like I said a while ago, she brings it from her heart. Dedication is what she has been giving to us coming in here this year. And when we first asked her to start reading the affirmations, she was, she didn't want to be nowhere near it. But yet something changed within her heart, and what she's seeing or whatever, I don't know. And however it did, I don't care. I thank her for it. And I thank her every morning to be able to come in here and give the words that she gives from her heart, from the message that comes out within here in the morning time. So what is she doing? She is going to give us affirmations. Hang on one second. We got a hand up. Shannon, before we get started on that, Christy, go ahead. Crystal.
I just wanted to kind of briefly give my little story too with
with what everyone's been kind of talking about today. I started kind of looking at life a little bit differently when I met Caitlin, September, October-ish last year. And I just answered one of her ads she had going, and the way she worded things and her picture, it just really resonated with me. And I'd had an entrepreneurship background for pushing 14 years on and off, in and out, never really applied myself, never really had a leadership. And so I told myself I was going to start, but I was going to really try to focus and work in one area, and whether that be learn a product or learn the group or a program or something. And she gave me a book to read, and it's called The Magic. And I always thought that I had gratitude in my heart. I always thought that I was grateful for things, until that book told me to write 10 things that I was grateful for every morning. Man, that was hard. Once you get past your health and your family, and you're thankful for your job and your car and, the healthcare system that I have up here, and, like those basic things, it was like, well, I'm grateful for the sale I got on coffee yesterday. Like they said, just grab everything. And I couldn't believe, in a matter of a week and a half, the change that I felt internally. I all of a sudden got a drive that I wanted to do and know and be more. And then it rolled around to the beginning of January. And I feel like I was being tested, because I was like feeling the positivity, feeling that growth within myself. I could feel my kids reacting differently to my energy being more positive. And on a Monday evening, one of my dear friends lost her dad suddenly, unexpected. The next day, my dad went in for day one of a 28-day session of cancer treatment for colon rectal cancer. And the very next day, one of my dear friends from high school was found unconscious and laid in a vegetative state for 3 weeks. And the day following that, my best friend's 15-year-old nephew took his own life. I felt like the world was saying, you don't deserve it. And I felt like I was slammed down to the ground. And I really just lost all that positivity. And I just was like, how can I be grateful for me and my life when all my friends and part of my heart is hurting for everybody? And I just really had to dig deep within myself and really just say, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be grateful. Be sad for your friends. Be upset for a situation that's happened. Acknowledge those feelings, but really look at yourself and really say, like, I am grateful that I've got oxygen to breathe today. And that's where I actually had to start. It took me about 2.5, 3 weeks to put my feet back on the ground. And I needed that time to grieve, and that time to be sad, and that time to know that it was okay for me to open up and, kind of not so much take a step back, but pause. But I saw that I was really starting to become dragged down again. So I put my nose back in that book and I started reading more. And then I found you guys. And the Rise family was always like so supportive behind me. Caitlin was really good to talk with, and she really just, affirmed that, yes, you are allowed to feel that way, but know that you deserve more too. And so I just want to say, if you feel like you've woken up and there's pissy cornflakes in your cereal bowl, or you're on the wrong side of the bed, or a bee in your bonnet, just try and take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, feel the air in your lungs, and just take that step forward and just keep being positive for yourself. I can't stress that enough, because the days that I get up and I'm like, I can't do it today, and you just got to do it because you got kids depending on you and a paycheck that needs to come in, and you just need to do it and just take that breath, listen to this family here, and lean on them for support, and just have yourself a great day.
Thank you for that message. Very much so. Awesome words. That's just beauty, and that's just love in itself and everything it is. We know we go through situations in life. We know that there's ups and there's downs. And like she said, you're going to have a grieving point, but just know that you do not have to take all the emotions in from everyone else as well. because it will bring you down and drain you if you allow it to stay there for too long. And then those energies will bring you down. So knowing that you have that grieving point, but yet be grateful for what you truly have every day, because we say that every morning: the roof, the clothes, this food, and that I got in my belly, my cupboard is not empty. So every day to be able to have that right there, that's the awesomeness. All right, so we're going to pass this on to Miss Shannon. She is going to read us the affirmations to wrap us up. If you're not driving, take a deep breath with me. You ready? All right. Now get ready to receive the information that she is about to give to us. And then, Sean, as soon as she wraps up with that, then turn your music on. Okay, brother? Go ahead, Shannon.
Morning, everybody. Today is going to be a great day. I have the freedom and power to create the life I love. I have a strong, healthy body and a clear mind. Self-love is my divine right, and I accept it. I wake up in the morning feeling energetic and enthusiastic about life. I am thankful for every moment. I accept me for me. Amazing opportunities are offered to me. I choose faith over fear. I am stronger than any storm.
Stronger than any storm. Guys, we're going to wrap this up with a little song as well. Take those affirmations and put them in your heart. You just received them, and just know that those words are there. So Mr. Sean's got a song that he's going to wrap us up with to make sure you have something in your head, so that way your toes will be tapping for the rest of the day. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to think of this meeting. You're going to think of this time that we had this morning, and you're going to sing that song all day long. And then you're going to say, "Daggum you, Sean and Thomas, why did y'all do that?" So Sean, let's hear what you got, brother. John? All right, we can't hear him.